My cold plunging story. So a few years ago, I realised something was wrong. I felt nothing. I didn't feel sad, I didn't feel happiness, there was no excitement, I literally felt nothing. That's what led me to therapy. 3 years of it, learning how to actually feel again, to love myself, to care for myself and be a better parent and partner. And one of the biggest things that helped me along that way was cold plunging. So it started off when I seen Damien doing it every morning. I thought, I can do that. I can show my mind that my body is strong and it can handle hard things. But here's the thing. I'm a massive overthinker, a huge procrastinator, and I taught myself out of doing things all the time. So when I told Damien that I was going to start pole plunging, he laughed and says, "No you won't, you're too scared." And that was it. That was the spark I needed.
When I started cold plunging, admittedly, it was just about going full Goggins. No real knowledge of the science and no plan. I just had a gut feeling that I'd been comfortable for too long. I'd accepted the dad bod, I'd accepted the rise and falling waves of depression and anxiety. I'd accepted that this was just my life now. The pain of my life had grown to a level that I was willing to accept any pain to improve it. Deep down, I knew something had to change. I came across a quote one day about winning the morning, about doing hard things, and something just clicked. Cold plunging became my reset. I didn't need to be strong, I didn't need to be fast, I just had to say no to the voice in my head and sit in that tub come rain, snow or shine. That was it. No ego, no audience, just me versus me.
And he knew exactly what he was doing because he was wrong. I wasn't scared anymore, and everything I worked through in therapy, I knew that I could do this one thing. So the next morning, I got up at 5 AM, hat on, swimsuit on, and I went straight in the cold plunge. I didn't think about it, so there was no thinking, there was no hesitation. I literally just went in the cold plunge and sat there. And I didn't just do 30 seconds, like he suggested. I did 3 minutes, because it's me, and I wanted to prove I'm wrong. And honestly, that changed everything.
And as that practice grew, so did I. I had more tolerance with my kids, my partner, and in my work. I felt more energized, more focused, and I started doing more and more hard things. Climbing mountains, running challenges, showing up differently across all parts of my life that are super important to me.
For the first time in a long time, I felt something. I actually felt something, I felt alive. And since that day, every morning at 5 AM, I get in the cold plunge and I feel alive. Those 3 minutes of silence, just me, my breath, the cold, they reset everything. I'm calmer, more present, a better parent, a better partner. And then later on I learned a little bit more about the science, the dopamine, the body's natural response.
Cold exposure reduces inflammation. It triggers a dopamine response that lasts hours, up to 250%. It improves sleep, focus, metabolism, mood, and it builds something modern life doesn't train us anymore, resilience. And the resilience keeps growing. But here's the thing, there's not a lot of money in cold water. So the research, it's drastically underfunded compared to any pill you might get from a pharmacy. But that's a conversation for another day. But for me, one of the biggest unscientific benefits was my kids watching me do something hard.
And it really is about doing the hard things that change us. And that's exactly why we started Being Well Cold.
Not just to sell tubs, but to give people what the cold gave us.
They literally gave us our life back, and we want to liberate the cold for the many.